It's the best the 80s had to offer. It's an invasion of cotton candy cocoons, popcorn critters, deadly pies, prehistoric shadow puppets, and killer clowns from outer space. Stay tuned, it's coming right at you. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Two Grumpy Reviewers. Now we're going to be reviewing one of our all-time favorites.
Yes.
I know you hear us say that a lot, but this time we mean it. One of our all-time favorites, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, bar none, best film ever made. In our opinion. And you know how low we like to set that bar. But
we have a low bar.
Yes, we have a very low bar.
We do.
But this movie deserves all the praise in the world because it is so much fun to watch.
It is.
You could definitely watch it with the kids. I mean, look at the DVD cover, okay? The DVD cover itself, they try to make it look...
Well, and this one isn't fair because this one tries to, like you were getting ready to say, tries to make it look very sinister. The first DVD cover that came out was true to the movie.
Yes.
And then they came out with the Midnight Madness cover, which was a little bit more, sinister.
A little more, yeah.
Then they did this to really push it, and then they came out, the one with the finger, the spinning the world, the little clown hand.
Well, because that was on the original poster.
Exactly.
That was the one on the original poster that featured music by the Dickies at the bottom.
Yes.
Remember, the Dickies is the group that made the music for this film.
Yes.
Funny name for a group, but I love the music for this movie. It's just
it's great.
It's fun.
It's great. Yeah.
So anyhow, Killer Clowns from Outer Space was made originally back in 1988, directed by Stephen Chiodo, written by Stephen and Charles Chiodo.
Yes.
This movie is produced by the Chiodo Brothers, studio, and last I heard, they were trying to get a sequel done to this movie, and we really hope that happens. I mean, if there's any kind of crowdfunding out there that's going on to try to make this happen, please let us know because we would really like to see it happen, and maybe we can even make a donation. That'd be great because I truly love this film and it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It stars Grant Kramer, who plays Mike, the boyfriend Mike. Mike Tobacco is his name in the movie. I did not know that. It also stars Suzanne Snyder, who plays his girlfriend Debbie Stone. John Allen Nelson, who plays the former boyfriend, who is like not the deputy. The deputy. And it also stars John Vernon, who played Curtis Mooney. Unfortunately, John Vernon passed away years back. It's a darn shame because he is awesome. He is great.
And everything that he did.
Yes.
He was an amazing actor, which was great that he was in this.
Yes, because he's one of those actors, he's one of those character actors that when you saw movies back in the 80s and the early 90s, you were like, hey, I know who that guy is.
Yes, and you didn't know his name.
No, you didn't.
You knew everything that he was in. You knew every cop he played, every bad guy he played.
Because he always played a cop.
That guy.
He always played a cop.
He did.
Or some douchebag.
Or a bad guy.
Or a bad guy, yeah. So that's, when you see the movie, you'll recognize him. If you haven't seen it already.
Right.
But, you know what? You can't expect us to do a clown-themed movie reviews for Halloween and not expect
include
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Right.
I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
This movie is fantastic.
It is.
Perfect example. In this movie, the clowns, every time they capture someone, they wrap them up in cotton candy cocoons and then suck the blood out.
With a big straw.
Right? Isn't that awesome?
That's so great.
And they also chase
great.
victims around with popcorn guns. Like they fire these guns that fire popcorn at the victims, and then it sticks all over their body, right? So then later, the popcorn grows into these gross, grotesque-looking little like worm goblins or like with little clown heads. It's like crazy. Man.
It's awesome.
But this movie has a ton of those kinds of gags, and it's just great, man. Another one. I know we're giving away a lot here, but there's just so many cool things to see in this movie that you'll still
Most
enjoy.
people have already seen it, I think.
Right, because it's a classic. It's a cult classic.
It's a huge cult classic. It is one that I wish that they would show more at midnight showings whenever they do cult classic, themed.
True.
Showing.
Right.
This is not one that ever gets included in that, and it has a massive following. And a lot of people love this, and I know we've watched it with the boys, you know, we've made them watch it, and they love this, and we made them watch it last year. When they were 6.
Yes, when they were 6 years old.
Yeah, when they were 6, and they loved it.
I think
they loved this movie.
They did. It was crazy because I think Zayden really caught on to the fact. He's like, hey, he loved the idea that they were being captured and wrapped up in cotton candy, and he's like, oh, and then they sucked the blood out. He's like, yeah, it's
he got so into it.
Yeah, he got so into it. So it's definitely a film made for kids. Trust us on this.
It is. It's not, you know, it's not bloody and gory, and you know.
No,
the theme of it is very dark.
Right.
Of course, it's very dark, but it's so fun. Even Liam, who is afraid of everything, Liam loves it. Whenever he sees the cover, he's like, "Oh, that's the funny clown one. They're not scary."
No, they're not, because you know, it was made in the '80s, and you think about it, the technology back then was all animatronic. So the clowns are basically, I mean, for lack of a better description, they're kind of cute in a way.
They are very cute.
They're ugly, but they're cute. You know,
they're adorable.
Yeah.
I love when they do the parade. It's the best parade ever. And I do have to say, I love the ridiculousness of it. Do you remember, like, when they're running down the hall in the spaceship?
Yeah.
And they're, like, standing in...
Right.
They're like running, and they're really in place. They're not going far. And you're like, oh, it's so great.
Right. There's a lot of great gags in this movie, like we said.
There are.
It definitely harks back to like 50s, 60s style type movies, only in the 80s, set in the 80s.
Yeah.
And a lot of 80s babies will remember this film being all over Cinemax, HBO.
Yes.
It was in every single mom and pop video store, Blockbuster video. That was once a thing.
That's how we saw it. Dad rented it and brought it home, and we loved it. I mean, we had so much fun with it. And he's like, "Oh, this is ridiculous," but he loved it. You know, my dad loved movies, and it's a movie that we watched it. What, 6 months ago?
Yeah.
We watch this movie multiple times a year because we do love it that much, and it's awesome. It holds up so well.
Yes, it does, and it's definitely a film that should be celebrated and appreciated.
Yes.
By every
generation.
Every generation. Especially if you love horror or goofy horror and you just want to have a good time with it.
Yes.
Killer Klowns from Outer Space is the way to go.
It's awesome. I love it. It's hard to say. I mean, we could sit here for hours and we could talk about this whole movie. We could watch the movie and talk about it the whole time because these brothers were incredible what they did.
Yes, they are. Maybe we will do that one time.
Maybe.
One other thing that we should mention is that one of my mentors used to work for the Kyoto Brothers, and I did learn a lot off of him, special effects wise, traditional special effects wise. So I'm very grateful to him for that, and the Kyoto Brothers, because they're the ones who trained him and hired him to work on their films. So that was fun. That's cool. That's a little interesting little tidbit, kind of a bit of a tie-in there. But yeah, we highly recommend this film, especially for this Halloween. You guys want to get something unique and different?
With your kids,
yeah.
This would definitely be one if you want to sit down with your kids and watch a movie, introduce them to an old classic.
This definitely.
This is that movie. And
definitely a cult classic.
And I don't think it would scare them to go to bed.
No.
You know, they could watch it, have a lot of fun, and then, you know, do their trick-or-treating, eat their candy, and then go to bed. The candy will probably give them more nightmares than this will, but it's fun.
Also like to add, keep in mind, this is coming from
someone who hates clowns.
Right, someone who's afraid of clowns.
I am deathly afraid of clowns.
Okay, so if she thinks it's cute and it's fun and it's okay to watch with kids.
Okay, but in all fairness, I saw this before all the insane clown movies came out. So like this was my bar. Like, hey, they're fun.
Right.
No, that didn't stay that way. No. They started scaring the crap out of me.
We live in a different age. So.
We do, and they got terrifying, and this is fun and sweet, and they're not so scary. And whatever happened to clowns is wrong.
I agree.
It's wrong. But this is a great movie. I love this one.
Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Yeah.
It's on DVD, Blu-ray.
It is.
Check it out. You won't regret it.
killer
the
clowns
kids will love it.
from outer space.
They'll thank you for it in the future. Trust me.
They will. They'll thank you for making them watch this one. So like this video and leave your comments below. Subscribe so that we can do this next week.
Yeah, and we'll just keep cranking them out to you guys. So
They want to play games? They're messing with the wrong guy.